Hello friends, Coach Bob with you here today, and today we are out on the Triumph Speed Triple. As you know, I have a 2015 Triumph Speed Triple S. It does have the little fiberglass belly pan and stuff on it, so it does have some of the niceties that the R model has, but really when it comes to the technological things, the only additional feature that this motorcycle has on it is ABS. It is a standard, fuel-injected, rip-snorting heck of a ride. The technical specs of this machine are 3 cylinders, 12-valve, 1050cc, and it is, of course, multi-point sequential electronic fuel injection. Yep, you knew that was coming. Final drive is a chain, and the gearbox is a 6-speed. The bike cosmetically is amazingly cool with a single-sided swing arm, and it looks great and feels great on the road. The frame is an aluminum beam twin spar, as Triumph calls it, and the front wheels are cast aluminum 17 by 3.5, and the rear wheel is 17 by 6. The tire on the front is a 120/70 ZR17, and on the back a 190/55 ZR17. The bike, when it comes to power, 135 brake horsepower, and the max torque 111 Newton meters. The fuel consumption is, as you would guess, not that great, because I can tell you when you're riding it, you're on it, because there's only one way to ride this thing, and that is on it. For anyone who rides a hooligan sport bike, or a naked bike as we lovingly know them as, you understand that 135 horsepower, although in certain worlds may sound very impressive, in the world now of modern day sport bikes doesn't sound all that impressive. In a world where we have 200 horsepower motorcycles now, crazy machines with rider modes, lean angle sensitivity, and all of these different things, and this bike does not have those things. And what I'm going to tell you is 135 brake horsepower combined with the fact that there is a wet curb weight of only 470 pounds, this thing is a freight train, and it will rip the arms right out of your sockets. This is an amazing motorcycle. Some would say, hey man, I don't like the Mr. Potato Head lights on the front of it, because it does have the 2 headlights. Personally, I think that looks really cool, but there are those who would differ with me. Some folks don't like the aggressive stance of it. The fact that your legs are at a greater than a 90-degree angle when you're in the position there to ride. I would disagree. Now, as an older guy, I'm not going to say that it's always super comfortable. And on a ride where you're doing 200 plus miles, you may get a little cramp in the hip every now and then, but it is well worth the price of admission. I had a friend recently ask me, he goes, I can't believe that at 58 years old, you are still riding a motorcycle like this. Why? And I said, it's the feeling. And he goes, what do you mean, the feeling? Is it the torque? Is it the way it turns? Is it the way it handles? And I said, no, you're misunderstanding my point. It's not the motorcycle. It's the feeling in my heart, in my soul, that this motorcycle, this particular motorcycle, gives me. It's that feeling when you were 16 years old and you hop in your Chevy Nova and you put your favorite 8-track cassette in and you pick your girlfriend up and she's got her hair all combed pretty. She gets in, she smells great like Charlie perfume. That was popular. You old guys know what I'm talking about. She gets in the car, you back out of the driveway, you put it in drive, or you pop it in first gear, and you punch that accelerator and you peel out right in front of her mom and dad's house. That feeling of freedom, that idea, whatever it is in your soul that happened at that moment. Every time I throw my leg over the seat of this motorcycle, that's that feeling, and it is wonderful. And as I mentioned before, the headlights, they say they look like a Mr. Potato Head. Some people would say that. I think they look amazing. The other thing that gives this bike dashing good looks is that single-sided swing arm. So when you're on the right-hand side of the motorcycle, that back tire is just out there just floating, and it is absolutely beautiful. The bike has a nice solid stance. Now, there are also folks who would compare this with the Street Triple. Don't be confused, the Street Triple and the Speed Triple are completely different machines. The Street is very nice and it has a ton of torque as well. For me though, I like the meat of the Speed Triple. As a bigger guy at 6'2", close to 200 pounds, I like that feeling of it. The bike has enough weight to where it plants solid on the road, and when you get on it, you feel like you have something under you. And I love that feeling. The fit and finish is another part of this motorcycle that is often overlooked. I will say that the fit of Triumph motorcycles is not outdone by anyone. And I would say you pick any motorcycle you want that is a manufactured motorcycle, whether it be Harley Davidson, whether it be a Ducati, Moto Guzzi, Yamaha, Honda, I don't care what it is. There is not a company out there that does a better job with the fit and finish than on the Triumphs, at least the Triumphs as of late. Now I can't speak for what was going on in 2009. I don't know. I wasn't in the Triumph world at that time, but I have been in the Triumph world since 2015 with this machine, and it is absolutely superlative. Is there a downside? I know that's what you're going. Man, this guy's just a fanboy. He's just echoing what all the other fanboys are saying. And you're right. I am a fanboy. When I walk by this motorcycle in my garage, I do two things. One, I smile because I own it. And the other, if I can't ride it, I frown because I don't get the opportunity to feel that experience right now, because it is wonderful. Have I said it's awesome? I think I have. So is there a downside? And I think that's a fair question. The downside is cost of parts and availability of parts. That's it. And those can be deal breakers for some people. They're not a deal breaker for me, but I do understand that there are those who go, man, I've got to have a motorcycle that if I need a part tomorrow, I can have it tomorrow. And when you buy the big four, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, you pretty much have that locked down. But if you're going to buy something a little more exotic, you're not going to have that. Harley Davidson also, one of the things they've done very, very right, and they've done a lot right, they own a huge portion of the market. And Harley Davidson, between the camaraderie of their riders, parts availability, and the things that they've done to build a foundation of followers, man, Harley Davidson has done that right. But I don't think their quality is 1 ounce better. Now, I could go on for hours about this thing and what it means to ride it. But apart from me just repeating myself and telling you how amazing it is, I don't know that you're really going to get a whole lot out of this. Suffice it to say, I will keep this motorcycle until I can no longer ride it. And then after I can no longer ride it, I'll park it in my garage and I'll service it every 6 months, until I can no longer see it as my eyes fade. Because whether it be riding it or looking at it, this is one thing I am 100% satisfied with. And that, my friends, is priceless. So there you have it, my view, which is not objective, of the Triumph Speed Triple. So until next time, what I want you to do is go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Now, I'm going to put some gas in this thing, and what I want you to do is go seize the day. We'll talk to you soon.